Evening again. My name is Conserve. I am presently 18 years old. I was born in Haiti and migrated to Belize from the age of 7. In Haiti, I was exposed to things that many people don't see in a lifetime. Though I was a child, I can remember walking outside late and crying because my mom was with Fritz, my older brother, in a separate room, and I was jealous. As I was walking, a creature flew over my head and reached out to lift me from the ground. Out of nowhere, my grandma pulled me and took me inside her home. That was an experience I will never forget. The best way I could describe this creature is comparing it to Jeepers Creepers. Haiti is known for obia and voodoo. As a teenager, my walk with God had been a struggle. I grew up in a Christian home and attended church almost every Sunday. I felt like I was going to church because I had to, not because I wanted to. I had two faces. Inside church, I was like an angel. But outside, I never knew who I really was. I used to hang with the wrong sets of friends and would always get into trouble. I loved fighting. If there was a problem, even remotely associated with me or any of my friends, I would be the first to throw a fist. There was no one or nothing that scared me. I got involved in a gang, and my reward was getting a gun pointed in my face. I was quick to get angry. Just pointing at me, or especially touching, would evoke uncontrollable anger from me. I held all sorts of weapons, but thank God, I didn't harm anyone with none. I guess it is no surprise that the police and I couldn't get along. I literally hated them. They would always pick me up and take me to the police station. They would always physically abuse me, and at times the pain was so extreme that I could hardly eat due to the punches that I took in my stomach. I always gave them wrong name and address when they would ask me for one. Yet it seems like they knew me and where I was from. I guess once you live on George Street, you were considered a culprit. Sometimes from school, there were people following me, but I always managed to lose them. But I always kept things to myself. There are two major gangs in Belize. One called Bloods, 20s, represented with the color red, and the other known as Crips, 30s, represented with the color blue. Where I live, is the most dangerous place in Belize. And while living there, I watched many people getting killed right in front of my face. Drugs being peddled, and crooked cops doing nothing but killing people and taking advantage of innocent people. I am a favorite to the color red, and whenever you are in either red or blue, you would be classified as either Bloods or Crips. There are many times where I was watched as a target for wearing red, and even being followed for wearing it. But I had no fear, because I know I had the Savior with me. And ever since I gave my life completely to Him, He has never left me nor forsaken me. Our God is an awesome God, and I thank Him for always protecting me and those around me. I grew weary of doing things on my own, for I hardly knew anyone to seek for help. There was no one besides Fritz, my older brother. When I was younger, my brother was always there for me. He was my hero, and the father that I didn't have while growing up in Haiti. But as we grew older, we started to depart from one another. He had his friends, and I would be his unwanted tail. Some nights I just wanted to cry, but I just couldn't cry. Crying is not an easy thing for me to do. Sometimes, when he was going out, I would patiently wait for him to ask me to tag along. But as he matured, I noticed his effort to be there for me. If he only knew those little times meant so much. It is also because of him that I found a haven away from home, right at church on Muhammad Ali Street in Belize. The name of the church is Open Doors Believers Chapel. Going to Open Doors had been such a blessing.